Good morning, B2M fam. It's an amazing pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you so much for you that are tuned in to today's live program. I think you're really going to enjoy it. We've got some amazing stuff planned, and I really can't wait to share it with you guys. So without further ado, we don't have Javi Pastor here today. He's the host everyone knows and loves. So I'm going to be trying to fill in his shoes, giving you today's live program. So I'm here today with Ko, with CEO of the B2M team, and I also wanted to present a new member of the B2M token team, Neil Diaz. Neil, say a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. Hello, guys. Well,
Nice.
long story short, I've been in the consulting firms in all my career, and now I'm just here to make the most out of my knowledge, trying to just combine this crypto native and crypto interest with this consultant knowledge and strategy knowledge to be part of this great team and great family.
Just to add a little bit, so Javi, thank you for filling in Javier Pastor's shoes. I think we all appreciate having him, but and Javier is still with Bit2Me, still very much with Bit2Me. He's in charge of a lot of the stuff that we're doing in with the regulators, with lobbying and all the relationships that we have with institutions. So he'll continue to be doubling down on that, while Javi Guri yourself will be filling in, at least with the English show. And it's really exciting to have Neil here also. I think he undersold himself. He is somebody with a lot of experience in consulting, but also crypto. His knowledge of crypto is a lot more than most, and we're very excited to have him in the team. He'll be heading our token strategy team alongside with me, of course, and it's the perfect occasion to introduce him, because we'll be talking about our updated roadmap 6 months into the life of B2M. There's some exciting things that we want to tell you guys right now in this English one, and then in an hour with the Spanish community. So let's get to it.
We recently posted the Q1 transparency report of the B2M token. So for those of you who want to check out how all the metrics, any information you want to look into the token, we encourage you to check it out. It's on Instagram. It's on our website. So please do so. And we wanted to say that we are listening and we hear you, and thank you very much for engaging in all social networks and on Telegram, on Twitter. We're listening, and we've got some cool stuff to deliver and to talk about today.
Yeah, actually, before this call, it was really cool that David in the Telegram group created this summary of topics that's been talked about or popped up a lot of times in the group chats. So we want you guys to know that we are not just listening, but then we're also having this, and we truly are trying to find out what's important to you, what's important to the community, and make the most out of this kind of monthly gathering and these lives to show you guys that we're doing all that we can for the health of the token and for the company, and we're always going to be listening to the good and the bad comments and doing everything that we think would be great for our project, our company. So anyway,
I just wanted to kind of take that chance to link to ask Neil. He's a perfect person to answer this question. How and why did this new vision for the B2M token come up, and why is it so significant?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, it's just like related to what Ko said already. It's just listening and acting and being this active listener. You know, like we know what to do. As Ko said, we are nearly like more than half of our besting life. So we learned a lot these past few months about what we're doing good, what we're doing like bad stuff, and we're just learning about it. We just want to focus on the long term and trying to provide the most utilities as possible to our Bit2Meros and our Bit2Me family, and that's where we focused, and that's where this vision came up. And now we're going to talk about how it is like structured and how what it has inside. But of course, this long-term vision comes from you, from the community.
Also, so you guys understand a lot of the terms we're going to be talking about today. I just, Ko, can you briefly explain these new concepts that we kind of came up with for the new structure of the B2M roadmap?
Yeah, I mean, more than new, I think it's more of like an updated version, right? Like
Yeah.
after 6 months of all this hard work that you're all aware of, right? You can download our summaries. You can see, so thank you, Max. Yeah, here we talk about impregnation of Bit2Me, right? How every facet of the company's new products and services will be powered by the token. B2M is a utility token, so the more utility there is, the better it is for the health of the token. It's already, our initial utility, as you all know, is with our wallet and with our earn product, and also with our launchpad that we launched just 2 months ago. But it's going, we're creating this internal team also, where each of our products and services will have token specialists under our division, our business unit in the token team. And it's going to be a lot of hard work and a lot of thinking and executing and developing and building so that we can come up with really neat features for existing products where the token is at the center of it. And so concepts such as increasing buy pressure is important, because the more utility there is, then the more our customers will need these tokens to gain access to things or to participate in other things, whether that's through our partnerships or that's through our existing products. Other concepts like sell pressure, you already know, right? Or utility type and utility level. These are two of the main things actually that I'd like to talk about, at least in this. Are we giving to the token, and utility level is the level of which it is being used, right? So when you say like, oh, we want a utility token, okay, so what is it used for, right? Is it for kickbacks on the wallet, whitelist priority in the launchpad, and more APY? That's a utility type. And then utility level will be like, all right, so if we have 500,000 customers, how many are token holders? And today that sits at 76,000. We want that number to go up, right? We have 500,000 customers. We should have, at least 100,000 holders, of which how many are actively using the token utility. So that's kind of the basic, that's where we're coming from when we're thinking about the strategy of what are we going to do now, thinking that we have this much customers, this much holders, and this many types of utilities. Now what can we do in terms of marketing and campaigns and new features and updates where we can increase the utility level? Does that make sense?
I sure hope so. It's really pretty easy concepts to grasp once we really boil it down. We're going to try to explain everything, and we think I think it's pretty easy to understand. So what not hints, but what can you tell us about the new roadmap, phase 2 of the B2M token, 6 months in after its inception?
Let's give Neil the floor here. initial ideas.
Well,
Here we go.
yeah, as we can see here, this new roadmap, this new version of the roadmap, like as we said, it's not a new roadmap. We are just following the previous one and just entering the new phase. These initial ideas that we have here, we have the long term. Like it's not a 6-month plan or something like this. It's more like a long-term plan, because we know that these utilities are not like made in one night or in one day. It requires a lot of effort, a lot of team, and now we know that, but we just keep working to improve ourselves and to improve the Bit2Me suite of products and services, and that's really important for us to achieve this level of utility. As we said, we know that Bit2Me is one of the more like important, one of the most important crypto companies in the South Europe, and we just want to make the B2M token the same or more, like we want to be reference talking about tokenomics, talking about token utilities. We just want the world to say who is doing the best, on who is one of the best doing this tokenomics, and we just pop up there, like we respect tokenomics, we respect the crypto world, and we just want to make the best out of it.
That's it's really exciting to be a part of this with a team like you guys. I mean, I'm saying it here just like I say it at the office every day. We're working on really exciting things and products, especially what Neil mentioned. It's all about utility and being recognized and being known as one of the best in terms of that initial that utility that B2M token provides to the community and to all its holders. So it's just really great.
So thanks. Yeah. So here we're talking about the 3-side strategy, right? Try to explain this as simple as we can. So basically, what makes a token, a utility token, really successful, and we believe that's utility, community, communication, which is side by side with community, and markets, right? So on the product side, we want to be able to make sure that we maximize utility. Right? So we mentioned utility type, introduce new types of utility, but at the same time increase the level of utilization within the current utility types, right? And that, well, Max, if we can go back to that image, that'd be really nice. But if we can't, no worries. Okay, there. So 15 products, more than 15 new products and services. Where do we think it'll have an impact on utility and our token, our relationship, the relationship between the token and the academy, right? It's really important. As you guys know, we have over 3 million alumni in Bit2Me Academy, and we want to be able to introduce a new utility for the token there. We want to be able to also do more proactive listening and user interaction. We introduced the Bit2Me passengers not long ago. That was our way of getting the community involved, our top kind of most active community members, and we're going to now leverage that into talking to Bit2Me B2M holders and see what they think, what you guys think, what you guys like, what you guys don't like, right? And then strategize new actions there, and lastly, here it says B2M to break the barrier of traditional world in crypto. Really what we're trying to say here is that we have partnerships with crypto companies like Metaverses, Blocktopia, where we're using Blocktopia to now recruit new talent. You can send your CVs if you're in the Metaverse or on Blocktopia, send it there, we'll receive it. Those are really cool and neat. But then also for people specifically in Southern Europe and Spain, we have partnerships with more traditional companies like fast food chains here, e-commerce stores, where you'll be able to get maybe discounts if you're a B2M holder in these restaurants, or to buy a new motorcycle, right? So these are things that are important to us, that we find that the community has also been talking about, because it bridges the crypto world and the technology that we're all enjoying here in both the traditional sense and in the crypto world. And of course, the second pillar being communication. We can have the best partnerships, but sometimes, or a lot of times, what we don't communicate does not exist. So we're hiring a team, or we've already hired a solid team of just for a communication team just for the token team to coordinate with Bit2Me's 100% marketing team as well. That will be a full 360 strategy on making sure everybody knows what we're doing, what everybody knows the plan, and we'll be doing neat monthlies like this, but at the same time also making sure our blog is up to date. Our Bit2Me news is going to come in and make sure we tell the story and everything that we do. And of course, with markets being really important, as you know, we've just listed the token in Bitfinex. That's a very important exchange, probably the most important one we listed so far, and that's to gain access to more markets. For example, in Brazil, where our company Bit2Me are expanding, have expanded. We've recently just hired the ex-country manager of Binance there. So, having exposure there through new exchanges is also very important, right? So we believe like having these three pillars, this three-side strategy, increases utility level, increases utility type, and thus is better off for the health of the token.
Yeah,
One
just
thing-
if you let me, Javier, just
of course.
make a little bit, just to focus on one of the products, like to make sure that we just show how we actively listen to our community. One of the best products that we're working now is the new tier system. Like we're working on the new tier system because we saw that it was not like the best one to let everyone just take part in it, or it was really difficult to get to the top tier positions, and that's what we don't want. Is what we always say. We want to provide utility, we want to provide incentive and everything for our community. So that's something that we've just worked like ASAP. That's one of the top priority for us to change it, and we already changed it, but we are just keeping the last things to clarify with the company. But of course, in a few weeks, we're going to have this new tier system. Another thing is that we also are providing this utility with through the token to our academy. I mean, we have like more than 4 million people in our academy, and we're going to let them take advantage of token related to this education. We cannot say which are the options or the proposal we have related to that, because of course we are just currently working on that. As the coach said, we are working in 15 different new products, analyzing them, the impact, because it's important also to just make sure that we transmit this. We're not going to launch a lot of products just to say that we have 10 products or 20 products. The thing is that we're going to analyze the impact of these products, and only those that we consider that will have a huge impact in our community and will be really necessary, or at least provide a really good utility for our community. Those are the ones that will be launched, not like just for launch them. So that's an important thing that we would like to just tell you and make sure that you understand. And of course, in the market part, that's something that maybe it's really interesting for those English speakers, B2Meros that we have here. The B2M is one of the best ways and best tools that we have to introduce ourselves in a new market. Is one of the because it has a low barrier to just get there and show who we are, share which are our values, our vision, our mission, share who is the team that for me is one of the best teams I've ever seen, and of course in the crypto world is of course one of the best, and it has been proven for the last several years. So yeah, just wanted to make sure that these two steps are clear.
Yeah, it's good that you also made that emphasis on the new tier system and how we're always looking back to the community and to try to make our system as ideal and as useful and with the most utility as possible to you, the users and the holders. So it's cool how we're also taking that concept into a more in-person approach and in real life. For example, like at the end of this month, we're having a meetup with every Bit2Me, with the Bit2Meros, as we call them, the Bit2Me family in Madrid. So it's good to also be able to meet you all in person and to have these interactions. Because at the end of the day, it's about the community. It's about you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, sorry. I just wanted to also link this to a kind of help me out here, Ko. I'm trying to get to how important the team is, how we're all aligned with this new vision of the B2M, and we're all
Yeah, I think it was. I think let's do a little recap, right? So we talked about why we're doing this. What's the updated plan 6 months in, right? So as everybody may or may not know, vesting of the ICO ends in September of this year. So we've got 5 months to go of more vesting from the ICO participants. So after 6 months, we've learned a lot. We've gone through a lot together, and now it's time for us to update the plan. But then also we want to make sure that everybody here knows what we're doing and that we're thinking of everything that can be thought of with regards to our strategy here, our 3-side strategy, and all these new concepts that we've come up with ourselves and with our top advisors, as you know, right? And so I think it's going to be how are we going to do it, right? How are we going to do this? Max, if you could go back to the slide on team, that would be really good. But basically we were Max?
Just to point out one thing about this. Oh, sure.
Go ahead, Neil.
No, it was just like that they can see all in any social media and everything that like these first quarter results, and you will see like 66%, I think it is, or more than 60% of the tokens are in earn, and that's just believers. Are those that say I trust the token, I feel that the token will have a lot of utility, so I'm gonna just hang on my tokens, just put them on earn, create this bonification that we have, and then just trust the roadmap, the one that we've been working on, and just proving that we are doing what we promised.
Exactly, right? So people hanging on, growing as we grow, right? We're growing every month. We're getting bigger, and the company's getting bigger, and we're getting more clients. And going back to this slide, I think the important thing is that people know that within the token team also we're growing. So we've gone from like 5 people to now 10 people, and we're growing really fast, and we're dividing our team by squads, as you can see here, right? So these squads will have token specialists, partnerships managers, communication specialists, marketing strategists, and all of this will be all of us will be, and of course Neil with strategy, and Paula going and making sure the execution, the operations are good, and also of course participating in strategy. We have our main objective here is to be able to specialize each person in the team and each squad so that we can hit all 3 pillars, all 3: market, utility, communication. And that's kind of the wheel, right? As we grow as a company, utility grows. As utility grows, we all grow. So thank you, Max, and maybe we can go back now to the roadmap slide.
Yeah, we're also really taking action into everything Co mentioned. This week we've been looking at reactivating partnerships we had already done that were super awesome and close to the community, like the partnership we had with Restalia, with Cien Montaditos. We're trying to reactivate those and to get those back into your hands, into your utility.
That would be
back,
interesting. Right? Yeah, that would be interesting. That's yeah. I think you're handling that, right, Javi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're working on some really cool partnerships in the very near future that are going to be really exciting.
Restalia, for those of you guys who don't know, is one of the largest fast food groups here. They own burger joints, tapas bars, and all that stuff, and we have a partnership with them where you can pay with crypto, including B2M. So we're going to start reactivating or activating that pretty hard, and so that'll be really fun, right? So everybody they have hundreds of branches all around Spain and Portugal. So that'll be really fun, so that all of the community members can go there and pay with B2Ms or even get discounts potentially, right? If you're a holder, so stuff like that we're exploring. This is the updated roadmap, came here to see, and where you can see here that yes, some of this are still from the previous roadmap that have yet to be accomplished, right? So Bit2Me loan, Bit2Me card, commerce. But the interesting parts here on the right side, important updates. A lot of you guys are asking for stop orders and such. So here we go, Bit2Me trade. We're going to be adding more than 100 different pairs, so you can start doing that on the trading platform. We'll be slowly releasing those trading pairs. I think that'll be really, really good. And after that, obviously, first we want to launch that, and then the second phase of that update would be that the B2M token will have utility on the trading platform, right? We'll continue to add more pairs also on our wallet, and we have relationships with these crypto companies, so we'll be doing co-marketing with them, and our academy will always also be there to help you guys navigate what are these new coins, what are these new companies, and get to more about what you're seeing, and what are these random coins. These are not random. They are they're solid tokens that we as a company believe in, and I think adds value to the industry. And Neil, if you want to add on about
for sure. I just wanted to point out the fact that, of course, this roadmap was already explained, but B2Me as a firm, like the company. But I think it's really important to make it like official that the B2M will have an impact on these new products like the loan and the card. The impact that it will have, most of you already think, which is because of course these new utilities, we've differentiated them in between those that are already in the market from other like crypto companies that have this utility that we're looking for, so that's great. But another ones are really disruptive, and maybe they will shock you up when you see them, and it's like, wow, that's different from the others, and that's what we're looking for, because we think that it's a higher utility level, a higher utility type, and that's what we're looking for. And of course the team, as you said, Ko, it's really important for that, and because just to make sure that this impregnation that we were talking about before of the team is just thanks to our team. Like, for example, Guri will be one of these token experts that will be looking for a lot of partnerships and important partnerships, both in the traditional world and the more crypto native part industry. But of course, he will be the one in charge of several business units inside the company, inside the ecosystem of Bit2Me, to make sure that all this utility is proven, like analyzing its utility, if it's really used by the users, if we can change something to make it like more incentive or something, and I think that's one of the main changes, that now everyone will be a part of the B2M, and that's something that we love. And of course, we also have to like shout out for all the B2Me company, because all the teams are making this possible. B2M is the support, is the fuel of this rocket, but without the rocket, which is the B2Me family itself, it would be impossible to just get to the moon. So we are just the fuel to make them get there.
Yeah, it's amazing the team we're building, the team we've established so far, and we're continuing to look for new additions to the team to provide all these utilities and everything we've shown on the roadmap as well, and as perfectly executed as possible. So do you guys want to add anything that you guys might want to highlight before we go to a couple questions from the audience?
Go ahead, Neil.
Oh no, it was just like a little thing that it's not only products, just to make sure that it's not only products that we're launching or we're analyzing, but new actions that the user and the holder can perform with the token. Like we have the buy, sell, swap. We're working on new ones. We'll see what they are. We'll see what just it became. But yeah, that's important.
Anything you wanna add, Ko?
No, I think it was good. I'm actually eager to see if there are any questions, because I know this live is a bit different, a bit technical. But yeah, it's important to at least talk about this. But then we will do a summary of this also, and we'll publish it so that people can rewatch it.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go to one of the questions that we in a way answered already, but maybe you guys want to develop a little further on it. Are we considering the possibility of paying services or for perks in B2M? And if so, what's the benefit of it? Neil, do you want to take this one?
Sure, for sure. That's one of the new utility types that Ko was talking about. It's not only like this holding or this buying pressure. We are also introducing this use pressure, that it's not only like selling but using. You have something in exchange of using this token, and this will be great to just get to more people, and of course just moving the token. That's the point, like the utility token is that you have to use it, and I think that's one of the main changes that we're gonna introduce in the next few months, and I think a lot of you were expecting that, and that's what we're providing.
Something the community also wants to know is, will Launchpad be included in this improved version, new vision?
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah. I think the first utility type that we have with Launchpad, having more B2Ms as possible for a priority list or priority participation, I think that did pretty well. I know there's some people who are also saying, well, you didn't really necessarily needed to have it to participate, but that's it really depends on how much of a demand there is for a particular ICO event. But nevertheless, we're gonna improve token utility within the Launchpad for sure. Not just for whitelisting, but introducing new types of utility, both for the Launchpad client and for the ICO participant. Right. So we have a B2B and B2C model for utility that we'll share with more detail once we launch it. But then we will launch an update very, very soon.
It's really exciting to be able to present this and to show you guys these things. Well, yeah, I think that's about it in terms of. Do you guys want to add any last things before we close off? I'd like to. I don't know. It's just, it's great. Yeah, we're building.
If you want just to close it up, I think it's a special moment now with the B2M token. Like as we said before, we've learned a lot, and I think it's one of the key phase of the token where we just are going to explode with what we know, what we've learned, and what our community wants. And now that we know everything, we have all this knowledge, we can just take action with that. And I think that's a really sweet moment to come to our family, or at least to discover what is Bit2Me, and to see how these utilities are going to just grow and grow and grow. And we're going to make our best, also considering the whole team, which is like just the best one, to make sure that this roadmap it's just nothing of what reality will be.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Neil. Thank you very much, Ko, for your insights and for giving all this awesome info and news to the community. And thank you to everybody for joining in, everyone who watched this live and everyone who's rewatching it afterwards. Check out all our updates on socials if you want to see the B2M transparency report, all the information on our token. It's on our website on bit2me.com or on our Instagram or Twitter accounts, Bit2Me and Bit2Me Global. And thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.